The Galactic Union stood as a beacon of order amidst the chaos of the cosmos. A coalition of highly advanced species bound by mutual respect, shared knowledge, and an aversion to violence. Its ethos was clear. Disputes would not descend into anarchy but be resolved through dialogue or structured combat simulations. The Union, in its millennia of existence, had cultivated peace through these mechanisms, ensuring the delicate balance of interstellar relationships. Yet beneath this veneer of unity lay a lingering skepticism. One species' strengths could be another's potential threat. Earth's inclusion in this prestigious alliance was, at best, a curiosity. Humanity, still recovering from the scars of its internal conflicts and environmental missteps, was regarded as impulsive and unpredictable. The Union extended its hand to the third planet of Sol only after humanity cracked the code of faster-than-light travel. Their technological advancement had finally earned them a seat at the table. However, many in the Union whispered doubts, regarding Earth's membership as an experiment rather than an achievement. Humanity's early interactions with its galactic peers were marked by humility and curiosity. Rather than striving for dominance, Earth's representatives sought partnerships in exploration, trade, and scientific collaboration. The species' reputation, however, remained stained by its history: wars fought over fleeting resources, emotional volatility driving decisions, and an insatiable hunger to test boundaries. Among the more refined cultures of the Union, humanity was a wild card, underestimated and often patronized. For Earth, this dynamic was a double-edged sword. While they were left out of major decision-making circles, this underestimation granted them the breathing room to learn and observe. The galaxy, however, was not a haven of uninterrupted peace. The Tlok Dominion, a militaristic faction driven by expansionist ideals, had been watching the Union's complacency with predatory interest. For centuries, the Dominion had fortified its position on the outskirts of Union-controlled territories, building a formidable war machine. Their aim was clear: to dominate the galactic stage, absorbing worlds and enslaving species under their banner. Tensions escalated when the Tlok began probing the Union's defenses. Minor skirmishes quickly escalated into the annexation of weaker, independent systems. The Union, caught off guard, scrambled to respond. Diplomatic overtures were met with disdain, and initial military engagements revealed a sobering truth: the Union, while technologically advanced, lacked the cohesion and strategic readiness for prolonged warfare. Their reliance on rules and simulations left them unprepared for the brutal, no-holds-barred tactics employed by the Tlok. Earth, positioned at the fringe of Union territory, soon found itself in the crosshairs. To the Dominion, it was a weak link in the Union's chain, a backwater planet with little to offer in terms of military might. But the humans were no strangers to survival against overwhelming odds. When news of the impending threat reached Earth, their response was swift and pragmatic. Representatives from Earth proposed a series of unconventional strategies, emphasizing adaptability and psychological warfare, ideas the Union dismissed as reckless. Humanity's warnings fell on deaf ears. The Union leadership, bound by tradition and arrogance, refused to heed the advice of what they considered an inexperienced and volatile member. Earth, left to its own devices, began preparing in earnest. The planet's industrial centers shifted to wartime production, and scientists worked tirelessly to develop countermeasures that could exploit the Dominion's perceived weaknesses. Humanity was not just preparing for survival, they were preparing to teach the galaxy a lesson it would never forget. The Dominion fleet arrived in Earth's orbit with a display of overwhelming force. Towering dreadnoughts, bristling with weaponry, loomed over the planet, their shimmering hulls a testament to the Tlok's technological prowess. The skies above Earth lit up as smaller support ships deployed waves of fighters, ready to deliver the first blow. From their perspective, the invasion was a formality. Earth would be crushed under the weight of their superior firepower and disciplined forces. Humanity, however, was anything but passive. The moment the Dominion fleet breached the solar system, Earth's global defense network activated. Civilian evacuations were initiated with precision, relocating millions from high-risk urban centers to underground shelters and fortified regions. Command structures were decentralized, ensuring that even if key locations were lost, operations could continue seamlessly. Military forces, both terrestrial and orbital, stood ready, not to engage in a conventional battle, but to implement a strategy born from centuries of asymmetric warfare experience. As the Dominion began their assault, they encountered resistance unlike anything they had faced before. Adaptive AI systems coordinated Earth's defense, analyzing Dominion tactics in real time and providing rapid countermeasures. Orbital defense platforms unleashed waves of kinetic projectiles, targeting weak points in the Dominion fleet with uncanny accuracy. On the ground, stealth units armed with advanced rail guns and portable EMP devices struck from hidden positions, vanishing before the enemy could respond. Humanity's most potent weapon, however, lay in its unpredictability. Guerrilla tactics, honed through generations of conflict, came into full play. Drones, operating in swarms, harried Dominion fighters, exploiting gaps in their formations. These drones weren't merely mechanical. They were equipped with learning algorithms that allowed them to adapt to enemy patterns mid-combat. As the Dominion struggled to maintain order, Earth deployed a series of unconventional weapons that caught them entirely off guard. Electromagnetic pulses crippled entire squadrons, rendering ships inert and forcing Dominion troops to fight on Earth's terms. Biochemical decoys released into the atmosphere created chaos within enemy ranks, targeting their biology with precision while leaving human populations untouched. The Tlaloc, accustomed to straightforward conquests, found themselves mired in confusion and inefficiency. Every calculated move they made was met with an unpredictable, devastating response. Losses mounted, and their initial confidence began to erode. Despite the Dominion's numerical superiority, humanity refused to yield. The turning point came when Earth shifted from defense to offense. Intelligence operatives, leveraging hacked Dominion communication systems, identified critical supply lines and command hubs. Striking swiftly and decisively, human forces targeted these weak points with surgical precision. Dominion fleets found themselves starved of reinforcements, their chains of command disrupted by Earth's relentless hacking campaigns. On the ground, special forces infiltrated key Dominion encampments, sabotaging critical infrastructure and sowing dissent among their ranks. Humanity's adaptability became its greatest asset. Lessons learned from each engagement were rapidly integrated into strategies, creating a feedback loop that kept Earth one step ahead. The Tlaloc, for all their might, were unequipped to deal with a foe that refused to fight by their rules. What began as an invasion turned into a battle for survival for the Dominion forces. Their losses were staggering, their morale shattered by a species they had dismissed as primitive. Earth, battered but unbroken, stood defiant. The Tlaloc had expected conquest but found themselves embroiled in a war they could not win, a war that was just beginning. Faced with the looming threat of extinction, humanity achieved what many believed was impossible: unity. Long-standing political divides, cultural differences, and economic disparities were set aside as the planet rallied under a single banner of survival. Leaders who once clashed ideologically came together in global summits, crafting a cohesive strategy that combined Earth's best minds and resources. Scientists developed groundbreaking technologies at an unprecedented pace, engineers transformed civilian factories into war production centers, and strategists devised adaptive battle plans that capitalized on humanity's strengths. Among these leaders were figures who became legends in their own right. Dr. Aisha Rahman, a physicist, revolutionized energy weaponry, enabling human forces to punch far above their weight. General Michael Ortega, a veteran of countless conflicts, orchestrated Earth's ground defenses with unshakable resolve, earning him the respect of allies and foes alike. Lena Kovacs, a data analyst turned cyber warfare expert, spearheaded efforts to disrupt Dominion communication networks. Their contributions, alongside countless others, created a global tapestry of ingenuity and resilience that became humanity's defining strength. In the face of overwhelming odds, humanity displayed an unparalleled capacity for emotional resilience. Where the Dominion relied on rigid hierarchies and an unquestioning adherence to doctrine, humans thrived on adaptability and creativity. Fear and desperation did not paralyze them but fueled their determination. Artists painted murals of resistance in the rubble of destroyed cities, musicians composed symphonies that inspired courage, and communities banded together to support one another, ensuring no one was left behind. The Tlaloc, for all their technological and numerical advantages, failed to grasp the power of human hope. Their soldiers, bound by strict orders and devoid of individual agency, crumbled under the psychological strain of facing an enemy that never ceased to innovate. Where a Dominion officer would hesitate without explicit instructions, a human soldier would improvise, turning even the smallest opportunity into a decisive action. This cultural difference proved to be a critical weakness for the Dominion, as they found themselves outmaneuvered not by superior firepower, but by sheer ingenuity. Throughout the conflict, acts of sacrifice and heroism became the lifeblood of Earth's resistance. When a Dominion dreadnought threatened to annihilate a key population center, Captain Elias Monroe, a seasoned pilot, made the ultimate choice. With his heavily damaged fighter barely operational, Monroe diverted power to his engines and drove his ship directly into the dreadnought's reactor core. The resulting explosion not only neutralized the threat, but also became a rallying cry for humanity. His last transmission, "For Earth, for us all," echoed across the world, cementing his legacy as a symbol of defiance and unity. Such acts were not isolated. Engineers worked themselves to exhaustion repairing critical infrastructure, knowing failure could mean the loss of millions of lives. Medics risked their lives on the front lines to save others, often using their own bodies as shields in the chaos of battle. Civilians in occupied zones sabotaged Dominion operations, risking torture or death to aid the resistance. Each sacrifice, whether celebrated or unsung, added to the collective strength that pushed humanity forward. Through unity, resilience, and an unyielding spirit of sacrifice, humanity transformed itself from an underestimated underdog into an indomitable force. These qualities, intangible yet undeniable, became the foundation of their eventual triumph, a lesson that the Dominion, and the galaxy, would never forget. The unthinkable had happened. Humanity's resilience and unexpected victories had rekindled hope across the Galactic Union. Species once paralyzed by fear and disillusionment began to rise, inspired by Earth's defiance. Leaders who had scoffed at humanity's inclusion in the Union now sought their advice, acknowledging the brilliance of their unorthodox strategies. For the first time in decades, the Union found unity, rallying under a common banner against the Dominion. Earth became the de facto nerve center of the resistance, its leaders and strategists orchestrating a coalition effort that drew on the unique strengths of every member species. This newfound collaboration transformed the Union's forces. Advanced alien technology was paired with humanity's tactical ingenuity, creating an alliance more formidable than the Dominion could have imagined. Ships from across the galaxy, retrofitted with Earth-designed enhancements, formed an armada unlike any other. Together, they planned a decisive strike, a final offensive to break the Dominion's hold on the galaxy. The battle commenced in the desolate reaches of a neutral star system, chosen deliberately by the coalition to minimize collateral damage. Earth's forces led the charge, their audacious tactics turning the initial engagement into a maelstrom of chaos for the Dominion. Swarms of drones, enhanced with Union technology, overwhelmed enemy fleets in coordinated waves. Stealth ships bypassed Dominion front lines, delivering crippling strikes to their command vessels. Ground forces, equipped with a fusion of human and alien weaponry, fought with unmatched precision, dismantling enemy defenses with surgical efficiency. The Dominion, despite their might, struggled to adapt. Humanity's influence had reshaped the battlefield into something their rigid strategies could not accommodate. The Tlaloc fleet found itself drawn into a trap as Earth's forces simulated a retreat, luring their adversaries into a dense asteroid field seeded with cloaked mines. When the Dominion ships ventured too far, the mines detonated, devastating their fleet and cutting off their escape routes. Panic rippled through their ranks as the coalition launched a full-scale assault, taking advantage of the confusion. In the chaos, Earth's flagship, the Resolute, spearheaded an offensive against the Dominion's command vessel. The Resolute's captain, a decorated veteran named Admiral Sinclair, coordinated with alien allies to disable the Dominion flagship's shields and engines. A final, concentrated strike breached the ship's core, leaving their command in disarray. The loss of leadership and key assets shattered the Dominion's morale, forcing a surrender that marked the end of their campaign. The aftermath was a moment of solemn triumph. As the smoke cleared and the remnants of the Dominion fleet were dismantled, the Galactic Union began the slow process of rebuilding. Earth's contributions were recognized with reverence, their ingenuity and resilience becoming the cornerstone of the Union's new defensive doctrine. Statues were erected, songs were composed, and the name, Earth, carried a new weight in the galaxy, a name synonymous with unyielding determination and hope. Humanity, once underestimated and dismissed, emerged as a hero species. They had proven that strength was not solely measured by technological advancements or numbers but by the capacity to adapt, unite, and endure. The galaxy had learned its lesson. Earth was not to be underestimated, and humanity had forever earned its place among the stars. The aftermath of the Dominion War marked a turning point for the Galactic Union. Humanity's pivotal role in securing victory spurred a wave of introspection and reform among its members. Once complacent and bound by rigid protocols, the Union adopted a more dynamic and adaptive approach to governance and defense. Earth's unconventional strategies became case studies, reshaping military training and diplomatic policy across the galaxy. Union member species began to integrate Earth-inspired tactics, combining their unique strengths with the ingenuity that had defined humanity's success. The once rigid and disjointed Union fleet was reorganized into a cohesive, versatile force capable of responding to any threat. Earth's concept of decentralized command structures and rapid innovation became standard practice, ensuring that no species would ever again fall victim to a Dominion-like threat. The galaxy, united by Earth's example, was stronger than ever. Earth's status within the Union transformed overnight. The planet that had once been dismissed as a primitive backwater was now a respected leader. Humanity's representatives held key positions in Union councils, their voices shaping the policies of the post-war galaxy. Yet Earth's contributions extended far beyond strategy and technology. Humanity's art, music, and philosophy found eager audiences among the stars, sparking a cultural renaissance. The resilience and creativity that defined humanity resonated deeply with other species. Terran novels, sculptures, and symphonies became symbols of hope and renewal, celebrated in worlds far removed from Sol. Earth's thinkers and visionaries shared ideas that challenged centuries-old assumptions, fostering innovation and collaboration on an unprecedented scale. Humanity, once an outlier, became a beacon, a reminder of the beauty and strength that could emerge from adversity. Historians and scholars across the galaxy chronicled the Dominion War and the pivotal role Earth played in its resolution. These accounts became both a testament to humanity's ingenuity and a cautionary tale. They spoke of the last galactic battle with reverence, recounting the sacrifices made and the lessons learned. The overarching message was clear: underestimating humanity came at a cost. The galaxy's perception of Earth evolved into a duality. To many, Earth was a protector, a species willing to stand against oppression and safeguard the freedoms of others. To some, however, humanity served as a reminder of the cost of war, their victories achieved through sheer determination and sacrifice. This balance of admiration and caution solidified Earth's reputation, ensuring that no species would challenge its resolve lightly. For humanity, the war was more than a victory, it was a legacy. They had proven their worth not just through their strength, but through their capacity to inspire, unite, and adapt. The galaxy would never forget the species that rose from its underdog status to become a force for change. Humanity had reshaped the stars, leaving an indelible mark on the galaxy's history and future. As Earth looked outward to the vast expanse of space, its people carried with them a simple but powerful philosophy: progress through unity, strength through diversity, and hope in the face of the unknown. The galaxy, forever changed by humanity's example, moved forward, united and vigilant, with Earth at its heart, a beacon of resilience and a guardian of peace.